Welcome to the KDFL Fantasy Football Podcast. It's me, Brett Steele, and I am joined, as always, by Mr. Jonathan Detroit Haynes. How's it going, man?
Yo, man. What's up?
What's up?
I'm chilling.
Mr. Phil Ruxey has one more week of his KDFL podcast sponsored paternity leave. So hopefully he will be back next week. Congrats to Phil on the beautiful baby boy, Oliver.
Congrats, buddy.
Congrats, my man. Congrats.
As you can see, I took a little sidetracked to Elkview. I'm not in Elkview with my team. I'm pulling an Urban Meyer this week and doing a little traveling to catch myself, get my head in the game. Let my team go back home to Elkview. I left them behind, so I'm just trying to clear my head, man. Tough loss this week.
Oh, so bad. Now, do you want to do the breakdown of what we're doing today? You want me to? On the spot.
Yeah, you go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. So obviously we're going to go through week 4 in the KDFL and doing something a little bit different this week. It's October. It's the month of Halloween. So Shocktober. So we are going to go through and we're going to each draft from the KDFL members. We're going to draft five people apiece. We're going to create our best zombie apocalypse survival team based on the KDFL members. So, and then of course, week 5 breakdown, locks of the week, and yada, yada. So I'll go ahead and get us going here. I believe I'm first up with our KDFL week 4 results, and we are going to start in Hurricane with the Hurricane Wampus Cats hosting the undefeated Wake Forest Lumberjacks. Wake Forest gets the ground game going early with Derrick Henry scoring 26. The only thing you got, QB duo of Murray and Herbert score 50 for the Wampus Cats, but it's not enough because Matty Ice seals the game for the Lumberjacks with 33, and the Lumberjacks win a little bit closer than what we might have thought, 229 to 205.
Nice. Mate, turn back the clock, Ryan. I like it. Anyways, now our next game, we go to Dunbar, to the newest member of Dunbar, the Dunbar Dobermans, taking on the defending champs, the Cross Vegas Gamblers. In this matchup, it was only a 4-point spread for the defending champs, which was a little bit surprising. You had the GOAT for the Gamblers. Kind of underperformed this week. He only had 11 points. That's his lowest fantasy production since week 9 of last year. Against who? Who do you think it was?
I have no idea.
It was the Saints in week 9.
Oh, God.
Come on. Danny Dimes had 28 points, and DJ Moore led the Gamblers with a whopping 34 points. For the Dobermans, Burrow led this team with 24 points, while 4 of his other starters combined for a total of 19 points. Ouch. That's not going to do it when you play against the defending champs. The defending champs win 241 to 217.
All right, next up, we stay in Dunbar, and it's the Baboli Bearded Barons being hosted by the Roxalana Renegades. Legend of the pod, Corey Davis, shows out again, scoring 21. Not much happening for the Bearded Barons. Hunter Renfro tries to do everything he can on both sides of the ball. He puts in 21 himself. And David Montgomery, in what might be all she wrote for a little while here, does what he can for the Renegades. He scores 23, and the Renegades get the upset W against a wounded Bearded Barons team. They win 238 to 207.
Next, with a weird matchup, back-to-back weeks, we go to Melbourne with the Mega Powers versus the Kings and the battle of the no one cares about these teams. The Kanawha Kings come in on a big win, but this week, not so good. His highest point total guy was 19 points, and that was Kirk Cousins. He got a total of 1 point out of Hines and Elijah Moore. Oh, that's tough. Well, the Melbourne Mega Powers, oh my gosh, this team actually starts David Johnson. It cracks me up. The man is averaging 6 points a game, but doesn't matter. when you have Dak Prescott going for 31 points. That's all he really needed. It doesn't seem very much. Your rookie, Devontae Smith, had a big game with 19 points. The Mega Powers finally get in the W column with a 213-187 victory.
Next, we do the semi-main with the Poker Pharmacist being hosted by the Marmot Midnight Riders. Poker Pharmacist get going early as Scary Terry is in the A, some would say. He scores 30 points. Tyreek Hill has a huge 3-touchdown game for the Midnight Riders. He scores 48. Oh, Detroit, we might have to stop and redo. I think ESPN's messing up on me. Hold on. We might have to. I can't get Mike Williams points to load. I don't know.
For who?
Mike Williams. Wait. Oh, there he is. 2.1 points for Mike Williams. I had you second right there.
Very nice.
2.1 for Sadie Mike Williams. It's not going to be enough. It's Lemakun. 21 points for the Atlanta defense. He puts the Pharmacist over the top, 261-229.
Oh, next we go to that was pretty good. We go to the game of the week as my Elkview River Rats visit the snobby South Hills Evil Empire. They're coming off a 3-0 start so far. My team, we were a 6-point underdog, but I had high hopes going into this. That was destroyed pretty early when I had 2 defensive starters right off the bat, early in the first quarter, leave the game and not come back. So they scored me a total of 2 points. Carson with 4 points total. Travis Kelce with only 6 points. I was depending on him because the Evil Empire had Mahomes as their quarterback. My highest point getter was Aaron Rodgers with 26. For the Evil Empire, he had 3 players score at least 30 points. Mahomes, Barkley, and his newly acquired Jalen Hurts, who kind of shady. He's already in a starting lineup while he makes other teams.
Shady dealings.
Makes them wait a week before they can get in their lineup.
Yep.
I'll try to use the old ESPN. It's their issue.
It's out of my hands.
I was ready to use that as ammo, but it didn't matter. It made no matter. So the commish goes 4-0 with a 269-219, and he lives up to his name, the Evil Empire.
That's it. KDFL Week 4 in the books. We're finally in the win column in Melbourne. By the way, let the record show, I actually really like Mike Williams, the player. I was just criticized for my reaction to Mike Williams, and it's not going to stay
that was well played, man.
I'm sure.
Very well played.
You're right. Stop the pod. Yeah. He'll bounce back. That Raiders defense. They did similar to Keenan Allen. I know the tight ends kind of ate him up, but they were. I
would like to talk about that Monday night game.
Well, let's do it. You have a platform. Just so happens you're on a podcast. Go ahead.
I know one of the loudest vocalist person in our league. He had been preaching about Justin Herbert is trash. He's not going to live up to his hype from the first year. The Chargers are trash. I wonder what he's thinking now. You think he's still thinking that?
Herbert looked really good.
I think Herbert's the real deal.
Herbert looked really good.
Carr came back a little bit.
He's going to have to, and it's not fair. It's not fully fair because a lot of quarterbacks will do this. Brady is a good example as well. It's top of the top.
Are you just comparing Brady and Derek Carr?
No. But he's getting this narrative more than any other quarterback, and he's going to have to shake it quick. Where if you hit him, he collapses.
Right.
And Brady's Ryan's like any quarterback is any non-mobile quarterback. Carson can't be a little.
Did you see Joey Bosa's comments about that?
Yeah, exactly. It's like when you're the kid on the in the pickup basketball game when they steal the ball from you. It's like blood in the water to sharks, dude. You're getting the roughest defense the rest of the time. So he needs to shake that because it's not a fair narrative. It's a fair narrative. He got rattled. But it's not only a Carr thing. Especially non-mobile quarterbacks, they get hit like that. It doesn't go well. But yeah, he needs to shake that. Another thing, guys, that Sunday night game was awful.
Yes, it was.
I don't understand why people say that it was a good game because the score was close. But that's can you imagine me, a field goal critic that I am, to watch that man return to that stadium, to that team, and all it is a field goal fest in the rain.
Yeah, that was.
I fell asleep 4 or 5 different times in the fourth quarter.
It was just, I don't know, it wasn't good.
And I don't know what Bill's thinking.
No.
I don't know.
Don't get me started on the whole Bill Belichick thing because.
I mean, as it was stated multiple times by
thoughts.
multiple people, and even shout out to Tim. I think it's the first one I said. I saw say it in the chat there. You're giving Brady the ball back with 57 seconds, and all he has to do is a field goal as well. If you make that very difficult shot there, so Mac Jones was rolling, man. Put him in these situations.
Yeah, they only ran the ball 8 times.
Yeah,
in that game.
But put your rookie quarterback in these situations right now. While it may not be as season dependent, like I mean, you're not doing anything this year.
I want to see these next couple of weeks because it really looked like Brady missed Gronk a lot in that game. Like he missed. He
had AB right and missed him or dropped it. I mean, missed him. He dropped it.
Maybe he had a couple drops. He had a nice throw. Was it to Antonio Brown there? But it got called back. It was like a 40-yard pass late. But it was just a terrible played game, I thought.
All right. So, anything else from the actual NFL that week?
No. Well, one other thing. Arizona, they're looking like they're real.
I didn't expect that. That was my biggest. Either. If you told me pick one of these, the Jets beat the Titans or Arizona beats the Rams, I think I would have said Jets beat the Titans is more likely.
Oh, nice. Well, I can kind of see that though because the Rams were just rolling,
and the Cardinals hadn't played anyone yet, and they beat the crap out of the Titans week 1. But
that could also be a little bit of hey, they just got over that huge win against Tampa, maybe a little bit of a letdown. I don't know. I'm not saying that that's why they lost, but
right. The whole narrative of Sean McVay destroying Kingsbury. I don't know if Kingsbury's good. I don't think he's good.
Really?
I don't think he's. I think he's got a loaded roster now. I mean, I don't know. You can't come into the league the way he did, getting fired from a college job and getting a head coaching job and a number 1 overall pick. Like, I don't know. He's gonna have to prove it, I guess, a little bit more to me. I don't think that's a crazy sentiment that Kingsbury might not be incredible. Okay. State of our teams.
Well, you want me to go first?
Sure.
I mean, this was the perfect week for the Lions to get on the board with the W. You're playing a rookie quarterback who looked like trash the week before. This team, I think, went into the red zone 5 times and came out with like
1 score and 5 trips.
One score, yeah.
Not even a touchdown. 1 score, one point going on the board.
They're just a bad team, and the injuries are mounting up on that team. Like this couple good defensive players, I don't even know if they're that good, are out like for good. So this team is just I don't see where the W's are coming on the schedule.
I mean, you got
maybe
one.
Want to get the Bears at home later? I don't know.
But. You got one on the schedule that could possibly. It's always gets. Apparently, it gets wild now every time the Falcons and Lions play. So,
are we playing you guys this year?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it's in Atlanta, ain't it?
Because we both finished in last place in our division. Yeah. I mean, I like I like the fight that the Lions have, and we'll see what they build. I mean, just give me entertaining games. Basically, is where I would be.
Really
and where I'm going to be in a couple weeks.
They got the ball down at like the 15 or 10 or something there towards with like 5 minutes to go. It's 4th and 1. You're down 10. Kick the field goal. They rushed it. They hurried up and got to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Goff threw a terrible pass.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like the Bears were killing the Lions up and down the field either. So I would have kicked the field goal there.
The inability to stop the run does not seem like a very Man Campbell type of defense.
Yeah.
But I think you all will address. I think we talked about this a little offline. I think you guys will address the D-line before you address the quarterback.
Yeah, I did too.
Maybe you can do a little bit of both.
I think we're stuck with Goff for another year, to be honest. I think I looked and the cap hit's going to be about $30 million. So
yeah.
But I'm not too upset because I was expecting this. I've said maybe 3 or 4 wins. So I'm fine with it. Whatever.
Just entertaining games, man. You just want some, and you've had that. You've had that. Now.
All right, let's talk your Falcons.
Not a lot to talk about. I mean, we're up. It's so bad. Like my mindset. I mean, we're up, and me and Matt are watching it, and we're up 30-22 with like 4 minutes. And I said, if I could bet in Florida right now, if I could bet over under the Washington football team getting to 30 points, I would smash the over on that. I would smash it. I love it. I would love that line right there. I was surprised that they didn't get the 2-point conversion, so because I thought that was a foregone conclusion. It just doesn't look good. The offense, a lot of drop passes, especially from Ridley. Really weird. A lot of weird things. The Heineke touchdown to McLaurin at the top of the end zone was very strange. How he just kind of chucked it up, and of course, it just worked out that the underthrow was actually a good thing. It is what it is. We have to beat the Jets in London. This was supposed to be the game to get us to 3-2. Now it's the game to keep our season relevant. This season's over with this loss, and we're still going to have to do some surprises down the road as well. But, Jets in London, bye week, Miami with me in the crowd. We'll see. Now, I do have one beautiful Matt Ryan stat, and we'll move on.
Oh, boy, here we go.
Matt Ryan becomes – there's a little trivia for you, too. I think I got who – okay, I'll explain. Matt Ryan, with that loss, becomes second all time in losses where the quarterback has a 100-plus passer rating. I believe, if I have it right, that's his 19th in his career. And I believe the tweet, and it's Pro Football Reference is a credit. The tweet didn't say who number one is, but I was able to find it. Do you know who number one is? He also, while you're thinking, he also moved into second or tie for second with most losses with a quarterback throwing 4 touchdowns or more. Okay, but yeah, go back to Stafford. You think Stafford? Oh, he losses. Yeah. Sorry. Stafford. Where is Stafford? Stafford has 9 of these. This is old. So okay, this is old. So he probably has more than 9 now, but it's not it. I was thinking maybe a Marino. I don't, but it is actually Mr. Drew Brees with 24. He may have more too. Now this data is a little old, but I know Matt Ryan moved into second, so I can logic because on this Matt Ryan has 10, which means he's had a lot in the last 3 years. They're going to have 19 now. So,
well,
never had a defense. The 2 years he had a defense, both years we go. The 2 years he had a top 10 defense, we go 13-3. It is what it is. Can't have it all. All right, that's talking Lions and talking Falcons right there.
Nice.
Now, are you ready? Oh, we need to determine draft order, buddy. Because this is an important one. I'm not just tossing this one to you.
I'll let you flip if you want.
I'm going to. I'll let you call it. Hold on.
I do want to explain how I came up with this.
All right, do your preference. Do your.
It was just the other day I was reading online. Something came up about The Walking Dead and how they're down to like their last 10 or 12 episodes, and it got me thinking. What if there really was a zombie apocalypse? And who would you want surviving with you? So I said, what better thing than let's do a KDFL draft with all the owners in this league on who we would and technically who we don't really want on our team.
I like it. This is Detroit's brainchild here. So here we go. All right. Heads or tails, call it now.
Tails never fails.
This tells. Good job.
Nice.
That was so clear. I'm sure you could read that. All right. I'm assuming you want the first pick. Crap. All right. I'm screwed. Okay. I feel like there's a coveted first pick in this one.
Do we want to do like?
No, we don't want the snake.
I was going to say you get one.
Go back and forth.
2, 3.
Yeah. No. Go back and forth.
Okay. I have 3 guys on my list that I really wanted. So
I feel like there's an obvious number one. Maybe there's not. This is awesome.
Probably who I'm thinking, but I'm not going to take him, and I think you will.
All right. This is our team, right? So we're on our own team.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is
Team Detroit, first pick.
So when I'm thinking of zombie apocalypse, I'm thinking chaos. I mean, the world has just lost it. Everything's gone crazy. You want somebody crazy in your group.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to get my first pick. Go ahead.
So I am taking Mr. Tim McCarthy.
Oh, he was way down on this.
And the reason why is I believe this man would do whatever it takes to survive. He will do the dirty stuff that no one wants to do. And I think he is just going to do everything he can to survive and to make those that he's with live a better life. And I think my man is willing to put it all on the line. So that's you, Tim. You're on my team, buddy. Welcome.
I feel like I had inside. I feel like I have inside information that was leading up to this pick. We're quick personal story. Camping trip. Me, Matt, and Tim at the wife's camp, and Matt and Tim get out in the rowboat, flip it over. They were smashed. Flip it over, roll it over to the bank. Tim doesn't want to get in the water the next morning to retrieve it, so me and Matt have to get in the water and swim, carry this rowboat up the river against the current.
My man's grown up, though.
Can't trust it. Can't trust it.
My man has grown up. He's beefed up. I like it.
I think
already knocking my picks.
No. I'm just glad you picked the first because it reminded me to tell that. All right, first pick. Oh, hey, what are we doing? There's an actual fireman on our KDFL.
He was one of the three.
I got to take the councilman for the fireman skills. I'm sure he was some type of Boy Scout somewhere along the way, some type of survivor. He could probably do wondrous things out there in the wild. Plus underrated aspect. My man's a politician. You have to wheel and deal a little bit in this zombie apocalypse. So, councilman, pick.
Yeah, I liked Mike. I had that he is always willing to put his life on the line, and I'm drafting him for that. I'm not drafting him for his podcast host abilities or anything like that. So
I don't know if he's on my team if he's willing to put the life on the line. But, okay.
But yeah, he was. I went back and forth with him and another person. So.
Okay, so you're up.
Good job. All right. My next pick
Thank you.
is another fellow Dunbarian.
No.
That's Angry Matt.
No.
Yes.
I thought he would slip.
This guy hates everything as it is in the world today. And if murder was legal, this man would be the GOAT of murderers. So we're going to need somebody that's willing to get out there and kill. And this man has so much anger. He's going to be mad at life because now he can't even watch his Raiders lose on Sunday. So this man, I have to have on my team. So Matt, welcome to Team Detroit.
Man, I have him down on my list and for the exact same reasons.
It's because it's like you.
I thought I just couldn't take. I had a fireman. I have him on my list though. I had Matt was the next pick of mine. All right. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and take them because I'm worried about separating them. I'm worried that Mike will be a shell of himself. If I separate them,
what I think.
I have to get Thunderbirdy Part 2. He's got leadership qualities.
I've already won this. It's over.
I have to get Thunderbird, the commiss, Jerem on my team. I'm worried that separated, they're not going to be effective.
All right.
So that's what I have. It could be beneficial, or them two could get me killed instantly on purpose by doing it themselves.
Yeah. He was low on my list. Sorry, Clark. The reason why is I feel like this guy, in a matter of minutes or hours, he would convince everyone in his group to trade all his rations of food and ammo and guns for pretty much like an old pair of shoes, because this is what he does. So no way I'm changing him. And like, if you've ever watched The Walking Dead, I think he would be like the governor. So
that was such a cool character name, I thought.
Yeah. Sorry.
I can't risk. Mike,
I
can't risk like Mike, like looking at a fire and or looking at sticks on the ground. I'm like, Mike, make me a fire. He's like, what's the point? What's it matter? I feel so alone. I'm separated. What's it matter? So you got to get them together. Yeah. That was my point.
I like it. All right.
It's like a handcuff. Like a draft handcuff.
All right. So my next pick, man, this is getting. What do I got here?
I love that I'm writing these down. Very important to do.
I am too. We'll have to throw a poll up.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to vote for themselves anyways, whatever team they're on. All right. I guess I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with Eric.
God.
Mr. Fields. I call this man Mr. Positive. He's kind of like Switzerland. He's neutral on everything. He's never going to ruffle anyone's feathers. I don't have to worry about him trying to take over everybody and try to lead. I think he would be a good worker, a good listener. So just for that, I just think he'd be a good team player. So I'm taking you, Mr. Fields. Welcome to the team.
Hey, you might be killing me. I started off so strong with the fireman. Eric was on my list next.
I was hoping you were going with
back
the
to
Dunbar
back.
boys so I could get Mike at 2.
I've been sniped back to back. Okay. I love the seriousness. I'm going to take, this is way tougher than I thought it should be. I'm giving it way too much thought. No, not him. Okay. So let's see. We've picked 7 including us. There's 5 left. Let me go with, I love it. I'm going to go with Phil here.
Phil.
The reason why
I've definitely won this game.
No, this is gonna be so mean. We need a zombie decoy. I believe that Phil can travel amongst the masses undetected. It's like Bill Murray in Zombieland. Phil could just go play 18 holes at Pebble, no problem. So I'm getting Phil for the covert operations, and I am building a nucleus of enemies here. It is not good. My team, I'm the first one dead on my team.
I don't know if Phil's got some anger issues. He's got some deep anger issues that come out once in a while, but
yeah,
I don't like his chances in this kind of world.
Okay, just like
let alone a zombie world.
You can't have Jeremy Mike on. You can't have Jeremy Mike on different teams. You can't have Phil and Matt on the same team. Or Phil's dead first, or Matt's dead first.
True.
Who knows?
That's true. All right. So Phil is off the board.
My team is. Woo! They hate me.
All right. I'm kind of going against my little wishes here. Like when I said Jeremy.
Is this your last pick? No, it's second to last pick.
No, my second to last. I'm going to go with LJ.
Oh, yeah.
And the reason why, this guy's a little sneaky. He's one of those guys, like in Discord, he sits back. He's in the bushes. He's watching everything. He's there. He's watching. And then he just waits for the weak and the hurt, and he just pounces. He'll pounce on you. I can see him, if he actually became a leader, he'd be like one of those brutal leaders. Like, I take this back to Walking Dead again. I see him more of like a Negan. So I'm going to need some death row killers on my team. So I'm going to LJ. Welcome to the team, LJ.
I literally have in my notes, LJ, definitely going to sell you out. So I did not have him on my draft board. Okay, so I got 3 here to pick from. You know, we need to get some balance. This team is a little too cut and dry, a little too clean, a little too PG. So, and if this stuff doesn't go our way, we need to go out. We need to go out partying. Give me Mr. Dunbar, Reed.
He was my next pick.
I want Reed because we need some grit. We're a little too clean shaven. We need some grit. We need some tenacity, and we need to be able to put back a few if the worst should come. Let me get Reed.
Yeah, you know, what I wrote down about Keith is, okay, we're in a zombie apocalypse.
I said if we're gonna go out, we're gonna go out partying. That's what
we're gonna need alcohol. Let's be. I don't even drink, but let's put it on the board here. My man is gonna find all the alcohol, and if he can't find it, he's gonna make it.
Yep.
So we're gonna forget about our worries for a little while. My man is gonna come through. So I like that pick. Good job.
Imagine Reed and the councilman making some type of distillery, foolproof.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right, this comes down to Bustin and Nick. Well, I don't know either of these guys all that well, but I'm gonna go with Bustin. And the reason why, there's something about this guy. He just makes me think that the apocalypse would not bother him at all. Like, he's the type of guy who would just sit back, wake up the next day. Oh, we're in a zombie apocalypse? All right, whatever. He just seems like he would be like a really cool guy to hang out with. And I think for that, I'm taking him.
You cannot take the Bustin because he is going to trade off all your rations for the next zombie apocalypse that may or may
That's
not
why
come.
he's not on your
may
team.
or may
I had
not
to
be
take him with
good.
Clark.
Oh, yeah, I can't trade with Clark.
Yeah.
He has to trade with him. Oh, yeah, Jalen. You can't trust him. He's going to give away all your stuff in hopes that the apocalypse, 2 years from now is going to be a good one.
I want Brett's friends, Tim, Matt.
Oh, no clue how this happened.
He just does not like you guys at all.
No.
He didn't even want to pick you guys.
Clue how this happened. Hey, breaking news. Jalen Smith to the Packers.
All right, whatever.
Yeah, it sucks. I got Nick. I have Nick. I have the teacher. I have my team is going to be the most optimistic, happy team. All you guys have is Eric trying to keep you all afloat in terms of your optimism. All right, there it is. I love people are going to be upset that they weren't taking
add on to that. This is why I wouldn't take Nick. I don't know what this guy would bring to the team. Number one, I feel like he would just try to read us poems at night.
Well, haiku.
And just he would try to throw in some kind of educational, make us learn a lesson. I feel like he would be like the Mr. Feeney of the group. So
you worry about how he reacts to something bad actually happening because most of his adult life he's had everything go perfect for him, especially
I don't
NFL.
want this guy.
So
I don't want this guy trying to be like reading us books at night and stuff. Matt, you can have him.
You think that's what he just does?
He's Mr. Feeney.
Is he a freaking teacher? Is he a poet? Like he's just walking around the village?
Come on, at least tell me you get the Mr. Feeney reference.
Yeah, I get Boy Meets World.
Okay.
What do you mean?
That's what it is. I can't draft this guy. No offense, but I
feel pretty good about my team continuity because I'm the biggest villain on my team. And I like that.
There it is. Matt, Eric, LJ, and Bustin. We're destroying you guys.
Why are we competing? I'm just trying to survive.
You're dead.
I love that some people are going to be mad. Some people are going to be mad when they were taken.
You'll get two guys on there just complimenting each other all the time, and then Phil, he's going to sit there, and then you got one guy that's going to be drunk all the time.
Look, I tried to
guys reading you books.
I tried to put together the most cohesive unit, and when it falls apart, me and Reed, cheers as we go down with the Titanic. There it is. First ever KDFL Apocalypse draft.
I can't wait for the feedback on this.
Oh, I feel pretty. The draft got away from me. I think I did. Okay. I got so happy to get the councilman. I thought Matt was coming back to me at the next pick. Okay, now Brett's Big Brain segment. We had a lot of great feedback. Everybody was very happy with the challenge method. Nobody contested it very well. Now,
big fans.
We're going to rein it in just a little bit this week. It's going to be a little bit more common sense, I think. Coaches, NFL coaches, when it's 3rd and 20, when it's 3rd and 25, when it's 3rd and 18, whatever, please, for the love of God, stop with these draws and screens.
Yeah, I agree.
I cannot stand it. Here's what you need to do. Here's the plan. Streaks, verts, all down. Keep your tight end for more protection so your quarterback has time so the wide receivers can develop the routes. And you chuck this thing 40 yards into triple coverage, quadruple coverage. I don't care. You chuck this ball down the field. You hope it gets picked off. Who cares? It's a punt. It doesn't matter.
And you're hoping for the pass interference call.
Pass interference call, a miracle play, whatever. Or your quarterback can get grazed in the face and you'll get a roughing the passer penalty. Shout out Matt Ryan again.
Well, the only thing I would say about your little theory here is if you're backed up way back in your own territory.
If they pick it off, they'll pick it off, whatever. Pick it off tackle.
Chances are they might not pick it off.
Okay, then what? You got 4th down, you just punt.
All right.
I'm not saying, Shout out to Staley, by the way, for constantly going for it.
I don't hate it. I'm just stating that if I'm backed up to like my 5-yard line, I might want to throw a little play that's going to give me 10 more yards, give me a little bit more breathing.
In the very specific instance that you're on your 5 and you get to 3rd and 20, you can do something else. Other than that, I want you to chuck that ball so far down. I want Mahomes to chuck that ball 70 yards to Tyreek and just see what happens.
I'm glad you didn't go with the one that you talked to me.
I have more. I have more ready to go. I have plays that may not be physically possible for a person to do. to talk about
Well,
later.
people, let us know what you think of Brett's brain. I'm sure it's going to be great.
Brett's big brain.
Big brain, sorry. Big brain.
Limitless, they call me, like the movie, Limitless. All right. Are we ready for some week 5 breakdown?
Yeah, let me pull it up here.
All right.
All righty.
Are you steering? You steer this one again. Go ahead. I like that.
So this week, we're going to start off with the Dunbar Dobermans going on the road to Hurricane to take on the Wampus Cats.
Wampus Cats.
Okay. We have Josh Allen going against KC this week. That should be a shootout. I think Allen's going to score a ton. Kansas City's defense is terrible. You got Joe Burrow going against the number 25 defense, the Packers. I like that matchup. He's got Harris going against the number 4 defense in Denver. And Johnson is actually, Deontay Johnson for him, is the number 8 wide receiver in fantasy football right now for points per average. He did miss one game, so not in total points. When you talk about the Wampus Cats, it's basically the Murray and Herbert show. One surprise I did notice on this team is Knox. Dawson Knox is the number 3 tight end in fantasy football.
On fire.
Nice. Yeah, so Josh Allen to him, that's pretty good. So I think this week the Dunbar Dobermans are going to get on the board with their first win of the season.
Okay, all right. Let's see. Got this one.
Any problems there, buddy?
Actually, it might be having actual computer problems.
Well, no, if you're trying
to
hit the box score to look at the teams, it doesn't work. I've been having that problem all day today.
Well, yeah, but now I gotta add. I am. Oh, I said it. I know. I'm not picking the Wampus Cats. I will not do it. I will not do a trade self. Yeah, great job, your 2 QBs. Tyler Boyd should probably have another decent game against the Packers. That's fine. We're doing this off the cuff, off the top of my head. I don't know because. Burrow gets the Packers. Yeah, I'm not picking the Wampus Cats. I refuse to do it. So we are going to go with the Dobermans to get their first win of the season, as you stated.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That is what you said.
All right. So next we have the.
Josh Allen gets the KC. That's a huge deal.
No.
Yeah.
I talked about that when I was doing my prediction.
I gotta get my stuff out.
Okay. Well, next we have the Kanawha County Kings making the trip over to Elkview to take on my River Rats. The Kings, they got Kirk Cousins going against the Lions, so that is a great matchup. So I expect Kirk Cousins to continue with his good fantasy point season. You get Danny Dimes going against the Texans. That's another good matchup. Let's see if Diggs can do interceptions for 5 straight weeks. That guy's been on a roll. You look at my team, Lamar versus Indy. I don't mind that. Rodgers at Cincy. That can be, it could go either way. I just need some production on my running backs this week. Carson didn't do much. I think I'm going to throw Moss in there. I've been debating him for a while now. Henderson looked good. Good call by myself there, all by myself, putting Henderson in the lineup, even though I didn't get the win last week. Metcalf against the Rams, I don't like that because if Ramsey locks up with him, that could be pretty bad for me. And Kelsey versus the Bills D, that's going to be very interesting. But with that said, I don't like my matchups, but I'm still going to pick my team this week.
Yeah. The Kings came back down to earth a little bit last week, putting up, sub 200 like they did. A careful thing for you to watch right now, Chris Carson. This could be weird. This could be a trend. He split carries with Alex Collins last week.
I did.
So
I did see that. But he was I think he got banged up in that game too, though.
Yeah. Have and start Elijah Moore. It's tough, but I mean, it is the Falcons, so he should be able to. The Jets should be able to move the ball. Deontay Harris. My God. Okay, it's the River Rats. It's the River Rats in this one. I am interested to see what Zach Moss, what role that plays. If that does shoot out like it's supposed to, what role Zach Moss can get in that offense. Seems like old Singletary started off hot. It might just be an afterthought now. You're projected to win by 42 points, so I am going to go with the River Rats and not belabor the point.
Nice. Next, we have the Baboli Bearded Bastards going over to North Carolina to take on the Wake Forest Lumberjacks and the undefeated Philip Ruxy. The Bastards are a little banged up, as we all know. No CMC. He did get Jacobs back last week. Carr versus the Bears. Carr, like I said, Carr came back to earth a little bit last week against the Chargers. I do like Davis versus the Jets. Wilson versus the Rams. I don't know. The Rams have kind of thrown me the last 2 weeks, so I don't know what's going on there. You look at the Lumberjacks, you also have Ryan against the Jets. Lawrence versus the Titans. And who's this Chester Rogers guy he's got on his team, man? Do you know anything about this guy?
Is Chester Rogers or that dude with the hyphenated last name was supposed to get the targets for? I picked him up. He started for me last week. The dude with the hyphenated last name, I can't remember. And he actually started for me last week. But that's supposed to get the targets with Julio and Brown out. I don't know if he'll stay in there. I don't think he will. He may. Well, Jacksonville. Way, he may with Jacksonville. I don't know where else he's going to actually go.
This one I've kind of gone back and forth with.
May go Tim Patrick. Go ahead.
It seems like Phil has Matt's number in this fantasy league, so I'm going to continue with that streak and think the Lumberjacks are going to go to 5-0.
First off, pick a name. Barons, Bastards. What are we doing? Pick a name. Look at this. He has had some awful luck in Baboli. The CMC injury seems to hit him harder than it's a combination of the CMC injury and Mike Davis not being what you thought he'd be as far as a running back you could plug in there when your team gets hurt.
He does have CMC in his lineup. So is he supposed to play?
I don't show him as having him in there now.
It says coach said McCaffrey looked good and was returned to practice Wednesday. Oh.
Well, maybe good to go. Either way, I was already doing this anyway. I am going to pick Baboli to finally dethrone the Wake Forest regular season warriors that they are. But I like Carr. I'm worried about this Vegas. I like him being at home. Bears with Matt coming to town. That's going to be interesting, right? So what if Matt gets in there against Carr? And so, but
if I would have saw CMC in the lineup, I would have took Matt, but I'm a man of
integrity. I don't have him in there because ESPN's
I am a man of integrity and I already picked Phil, so I'm going to stick with my pick.
You're right. So. I'm going with the Baboli Bearded Bastard Barons. I don't know what they are.
Yeah, I'm with you. Pick a name for God's sakes. All right, next we go to Marmet as the Marmet Midnight Riders host the Roxalana Renegades, who have been a little bit of a surprise so far this year, 2-2. Also taking on the Riders who are 2-2. When I looked at this game, I'm really starting to like Eric's team. He's got Stafford. We're all big fan of Stafford. Taylor came back last week. What about Cordell Patterson, the number 2 ranked fantasy football running back? Unbelievable.
Insane. It is insane.
Yeah. You got Swift, who's going to just keep getting catch after catch from Jared Goff because Jared Goff is always going to be playing from behind and he's going to throw the checkdowns. You got the Renegades, and I just lost their team here. Or not the Renegades, the Midnight Riders. You got Darnold versus the Eagles. Darnold's looked pretty decent. He's in the top 10 fantasy-wise. Eckler's a stud. Tyreek Hill, number 2.
Am I seeing something here? Go ahead.
Okay. Teddy Bridgewater against the Steelers. This is going to be a very close game, I think. I think this is going to be the closest game of the week. And I'm going to take Mike and the Midnight Riders. Even though I just pumped up Eric's team.
You do that. You do have that. All right. Look at this huge blow to the Renegades losing David Montgomery. But they do have Patterson to fill in. I don't know if this will keep going. It's the weirdest thing in the world. He does look shifty. He gets a lot of targets. I mean, it's very strange. 3 touchdowns. I mean, the stats been played out, but Julio never did that in the Falcons uniform. He never had a 3 touchdown game. Matt Stafford getting Seattle. He is going to eat against that terrible Seattle defense.
I think they're last in the league in total defense.
Yes, they are. And Jonathan Taylor, the Baltimore defense can be ran on now. The Jets defense is better, but I still think Patterson will do some things. Minnesota is a little bit better defense at home, and they are improving. They started out really bad. They are improving. So I'm a little bit worried about Swift. Corey Davis gets the terrible Atlanta defense. We just saw Terry McLaurin just destroy us. Kyle Pitts, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, he had a drop as well last week. Didn't look good. Now, when I get over to the Midnight Riders, I see one alarming thing here. I'm scrolling. Mr. Mike Williams. Man, one strike, you're out in the Midnight Riders front office. One strike, you're out. This is the guy that got mad. I said Mike Williams might not continue. He has 2-point game, and he's gone. Out of there.
This is the kind of guy you draft to your Apocalypse team? Come on.
Hey, he's resourceful. Hey, but I mean, we do have Jefferson, Hill, Allen, and Samuel, so it is understandable how he does it.
His receivers are nice.
I think would you start Mike Williams or Baker Mayfield in the second OP position if Bridgewater is out with a concussion? Although I think he might be trending the right way as well.
I always have a hard time not starting a second quarterback. It has to be a really bad second quarterback.
The matchup that will depend on this game might depend on because it will be close. We'll see if Eckler can do anything against the Brown defense because it is very good.
Yeah,
especially against the run. So, I'm going Renegades. We didn't get a pick. I'm going Renegades. Renegades.
I do really like Eric's team. I think it's up and coming.
I really like Eric's team. Yes.
Yeah. Next, we get the Cross Vegas Gamblers going up to South Hills to take on the Commission, his evil empire. Brady is going against Miami this week. I think he'll bounce back from that 11 points that he scored last week. Dalvin Cook's back. He's going to destroy the Lions defense. That's going to be brutal. So will Thielen. DJ Moore just scoring like crazy. And Danny Dimes against the Cowboys. I think they'll be behind a lot in that game. So I think he'll have to throw a lot. You get the evil empire, Mahomes versus Buffalo. I'm anxious to see that. Let's see if Buffalo D's really is the real thing. Saquon's back. He's looking pretty decent. Jalen Hurts. I mean, he scored some points last week. It was like 30. So once again, he's going to be a lot like what I said about Danny Dimes. His team's going to be behind a lot, so he's going to have to throw and run. This one's a little tough. Will the evil empire go undefeated again? I don't know. Gamblers are 2-2. If they lose this, they're going to be 2-3. I think they're going to get the win this week, and I think they're going to give the evil empire their first loss.
Look at this. This is matchup porn for the Gamblers. My God. You have the Brady gets to bounce back against Miami. Dalvin Cook and Thielen get Detroit. You know what Miami is really bad at? Stopping the run. Just so happens we have Leonard Fournette for the Gamblers. Eagles can't stop the pass. There goes DJ Moore. I mean, it's absolutely insane right now. I know that I do like Mahomes getting the Bills and on prime time. I mean, Cup gets, this is a lot of great matchups. Cup gets Seattle as well. We'll see if Mooney keeps it going after that big performance last week. I don't know what. I mean, the Gamblers the Evil Empire could seriously put up 200 or 290. Like it's really going to be that type of week for them, I think. But I love the matchups for the Gamblers too much. Some might say Hungry Dogs run faster. They need this win way more than Evil Empire do. So I am going to go with the Gamblers to go to 3-2.
Nice. Next, we go to the game of the week. As the Polka Pharmacists take on their nemesis in Melbourne, the Mega Powers, and our own.
It's the Tom Savage Bowl.
Brett Steele.
Tom Savage Bowl.
Savage Bowl. That's hilarious. Anyways, looking at this, it looks like it's about let me do my math again, everybody. 242 minus 234. That's 26-point line. No, it's 8. I was like, what? LJ is an 8-point favorite in this game. Looking at it, he's got Tannehill against the Jags. That's a nice matchup. Zeke against the Giants. I like that. And I love Diggs against Kansas City. And you just touched on Brady against Miami, so he's got Evans. Big Ben, man, I don't know. I can see Big Ben getting pulled here soon.
2 more
Going to the
losses is
bench.
I was talking to a Steelers fan. 2 more losses is my thought. 2 more losses in a
looking at-
row gets a yank.
I'm trying to look. Does he even have a backup quarterback?
You got to see what you have in Haskins before the draft. You got to yank him after 2 more losses in a row if it happens.
And that's going to hurt his team if that happens.
Yeah.
You look at your team. Like I've said, I'm a big fan of Dak. Your other Trey Lance is going to start. That's going to be interesting. I have a feeling Chandler Jones is going to be all over him in that game. I don't know.
Fast.
Looks like looking at your offense, your 2 best players besides the quarterback is Brandon Cooks and Mark Andrews. Not bad. Either way,
Very good.
my prediction of the KDFL champion this year is going to take you down, and it's going to be ugly. So LJ with the biggest win of the week, I'm going to say it's going to happen by about 50 points.
All right, you ready? Can I disclaimer my talk here?
Sure, go ahead.
If Jimmy G actually starts, I'm completely screwed, I think. But if he doesn't, ooh, boys, the game ain't no fun when the rabbit gets the gun, because my team is finally full. 2 starting running backs, 4 starting wide receivers, 2 starting quarterbacks, and a defense that has been much improved from this year to last. Oh, LJ always gets the worst luck against me. The only time this year so far in 5 games that my team is likely to be at full strength with starters across the board. No more trying to start 2 kickers. No more Austin Hooper and Mark Andrews. No more David Johnson. We got Damian Williams getting the start against Vegas. We saw what Eckler just did to them. Antonio Gibson scared me a little bit with a rib injury. He's in there. Ridley gets the Jets. Amazing. Marvin Jones gets to go against the terrible Titans defense. Ah, goodness. Brandon Cooks.
Okay.
Brandon Cooks, Mark Andrews, and my boy, pick number 3, Mr. in a good situation himself, Trey Lance. Hopefully, we get to make our debut for the Mega Powers in this week. I almost feel bad for LJ that he ran into me on this week.
So you're saying this is the start of your playoff run in the KDFL?
No. Oh, all right. Finally, we're at full strength. We're going Mega Powers.
All right. So with that, last week I went 4-2. Brett, you went 3-3. I now have a record of 17-7, and you are 13-11.
God, I'm bad.
We both lost our locks of the week.
Also, tremendously bad.
I had Tampa minus the 7.5 or whatever. That was not good.
That was a stake line. We knew it. We didn't commit to it. We didn't commit.
So I'm 1-3. You took. I can't remember who it was.
I got the time we recorded this time on a Tuesday night earlier than we normally do. I didn't know AJ Brown and Julio weren't going to be there. I took the Titans -8. Naturally, the Titans lose outright. So I dropped to 0-4 on the year. Not a single correct bet.
So this week, I lost my upset of the week too. I had Minnesota over Cleveland. So now I'm down to 2-2. Right. So this week, and once again, people, we don't condone gambling, especially if you can't afford it. So these are just for fun. Always, if you do decide to gamble responsible. Okay. Anyways, so my upset of the week is also going to be my lock of the week. And that is the Bills. And I believe they are, was it -3 last time I checked against Kansas City, which is surprising me. Yeah, -3 against they're at Kansas City. So that's going to be my lock and upset of the week.
Okay, now I am getting it here. Almost there. Hold on.
Dead air time.
Dead air. I don't have it. Okay, I do have it. I didn't have the call. Okay, my lock of the week. The Packers have been rolling. I think the Bengals are off a high. 3-1 Bengals doesn't even sound right when you say it. So Packers giving 3 points, going to Cincy. I like those odds. Give me the Packers giving 3. I don't think you forgot something too, by the way.
That I forgot something?
Yeah, did you say it?
No, we're not close. We're not done yet.
What are we doing? That's it.
No, now you haven't read off the. Oh, that's right.
That's at the end. That's what I was
Hell
scrambling for.
I mean, I kind of felt bad for you because your draft was terrible.
That was good.
So
was good.
I cannot wait to get the feedback on
Very
this.
resourceful draft.
And remember, people, it was all in fun. So don't take
Oh,
anything serious. But with that said, it was another great episode of the one and only KDFL podcast. We love each and every one of you. And Brett, you suck.
Oh, give us a call, leave us a voicemail, send us a text. KDFL number 1-901-609-KDFL. That's 1-901-609-KDFL. You can follow Mr. Detroit at Detroit8374. Mr. Phil Ruxey at Phil Ruxey, RUKSE. I'm at Brett Still too. Also, the podcast is on Twitter at KDFL Podcast. So for Jonathan, Detroit Haynes, for brand new daddy Phil Ruxey, I'm Brett Still, and we will see you next week right here on the KDFL Fantasy Football Podcast.